Okay, sharing this latest hack I have with you guys. I have a hazard light switch in my inside my Lincoln Continental. All cars should have one because these cars break down. It's gonna happen sooner or later. They're old cars. So the first thing you do is you have two options. Get this hazard light switch. I use this for my because this sits in my center console and it's lighted. Problem is it's only rated for 5 amps. I also have this in my Impala underneath the dash. This one's rated for 10 amps. So let's see here. Couple things. First, stole this pad from my wife, so don't give me shit for that. Whatever. You have two options. You can run your factory bulbs. They're gonna range between, I think when the turn signals are for are on, they're gonna go between 5 to 8 amps. I think 8 is on the high side when I look at the rating of each bulb and add them all four together. Because I think only the back ones use, it's only high when you use the brake light. But anyways, so you should be using about 5 total. So you're kind of pushing this thing to its limit. But the worst thing can happen is it'll burn out and you buy a new switch. So it don't matter. You can switch out to LED bulbs. If you switch out to all 4 LED bulbs, front passengers, front driver, rear passenger, when they're all engaged, they I think the total less than 1 amp. But if you switch out to LED bulbs, remember your current flasher inside your car has to be an LED bulb capable. So you got to change that one out too. So it's up to you. Here's how it works. The switch has the blue line here. Blue line runs to your battery, and then when you latch it, it is connected to your green line. Then the green line's powered. What I do is I run the green line straight to one light, and then I do a 3 tap to run to the other 3 lights. These lines, the line for these lights can be found under the steering column, and it's going to run from under the steering column out into under the dash. Look up your factory wiring diagram to find the color to match, and run the T-tap into it. The key thing here is you don't want feedback to come from each one of these lights when you operate it without engaging the flasher, because it'll mess everything up. You want to use a diode. These can be found on Amazon for cheap. I'll have the link for you. 12 volt goes from here into that way. When you try to power up from this side, you will find that only 1 volt come on this side. So the key thing is that gray area that tells me which direction 12 volts is going to be blocked. On this end, 12 volts is going to be blocked if it goes that way. You're going to need to solder it in the line, and then you put a heat shrink wrap over it to protect it. Now, really important, you want to tap into this line before the diode, because if you tap it up here, power's going to come back here, and it's going to come back after these guys. I've learned that the hard way. You want to tap it on here, then diode. That way, when the power comes back in, it's blocked out. So there's no power coming back to these lights when you're not engaging your hazard light and you're using your light inside your car. So again, that's how that goes. On little note on this switch, this is only rated for 5 amps. It's really strange in that your blue and your black are going to be a positive, negative to light up this switch here. Your yellow, when you latch it, is not engaged with the blue. Only the green is engaged with the blue, but when you unlatch it, the yellow and the green are engaged. And so I leave the yellow one alone. That's how you do it. If you decide to play it safe, you want to run the relay and keep your factory bulbs, then I have a diagram for you. This is it. You got your switch. You get your relay up here. Let's see here. Your switch is, let's see here. Blue, the battery source. Your relay is the battery source here. Your relay has another line that comes out, go to the flasher. And then you want to run into all 4 lights. Remember, these lines need to be connected before the diode, so that it will stop the 12 volt from coming back into the system. All right, good luck.